What's up, guys? Buenos dias. She loves this thing. This is my dog's joint. So it's 7 in the morning. This is the first thing she wants to do when we wake up. She likes to take bong hits. The other girls like to smoke joints. Each one is different. I was telling one of my friends yesterday, like, man, I love all these girls. Like, each one of them makes me happy in a different way. They're similar, but each have their own different thing that I love about them. They all make me so happy, and like, they satisfy a part of one of the things that I like in a girl, or multiple things, but each one of them has something different that the other doesn't have. It's enough variety. Muy delfines de nuevo. More dolphin swimming in front of that. Wow, as soon as we wake up, we always got the dolphins. I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see if they're swimming. If I can get, there you go. Not too many. They're not popping up as much right now.
Oh.
Nope. They disappeared. All right. But anyways, this morning, oh, now they pop up. She put the weed and then she emptied the keef out of the. ¿Dónde está? No hay palito. The palito no. Okay. She put the keef, so we're gonna get really stoned, and it's the first. And she went to the gym yesterday and hired a trainer for the first time, and the trainer worked her legs, so you could barely touch her legs. It hurts. She can barely walk. So I told her we're gonna work out upper body today. We're gonna work out together after.
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
So she brings her little container of weed, her little Tupperware, and she puts maybe like 2-3 grams of weed in there. And I said, "You always take too much weed," and I have like this much left. She takes like, and then she took. Now she said, "What's this?"
Baby John is my. ¿Cómo se dice?
Is my
mine.
gift.
It's my gift.
She said, "Why do you have 2 plates here?" I said, "One of them's new." She's all, "Oh, you mean one of them's mine?" I said, "No," and she said, "Yes." Oh my God. So today we're starting the English class. I'm trying out another English class for them. We'll see about this new one. The other one was so stupid. They waited till last minute till the class was about to start last week. And then they told us that, "Oh, you need to pay." And I'm like, "Well, why the fuck didn't you tell me before?" And like, not wait till last minute. Your communication sucks. And so I said, "Fuck you guys. I'm not gonna use you guys." And so I found another school, so we're gonna try this school. And every time I'm interviewing these schools, I always ask for a female teacher, and they're like, "Why do you want a female teacher? A male teacher can teach just as well." And I'm like, "Because they're all girls." And the guy's like, "But we could still teach them." I'm like, "I'm sure you can, but a female teacher won't be distracted, or won't be trying to bang them, or won't be trying to like fucking flirt with them and shit." So that's why I'm like, no. They haven't seen the girls yet, and wait till they see them. The more that they're gonna get distracted by fucking all 4 of them, or 5 of them that I'm gonna put in the class, but most likely 4, because if they're like flaking, then they're gonna get kicked out. It's a bit of an investment every month, but it's something that's gonna help them in their future and hopefully help me in my business. I'm gonna start them today, an hour and a half each day, 2 days a week, and that's the only commitment they need for now for class. And if they keep that up and participate, then, you know, like, it'll give them a sense of accomplishment and keep them a little bit more motivated and disciplined.
Sí, te entendí poco.
¿Sí?
De que tener disciplina.
Por la
Y
escuela.
entrar a clases y eso.
Sí, a clase. Y si puedes.
Sí, entiendo.
Sí. She said she understands. She understands a little bit. She got
It's
shocked.
a little bit my English.
A little bit. She's been practicing with me. Yesterday, she said something in English. She's all, baby, how do you say this one thing? And I said it to her. And then she said something after. That was so fucking funny. I'm going to tell her to say it again. After she smokes this bowl. Baby, ¿qué dijiste ayer? Okay, we'll let her finish choking first. The keef makes it way more stronger. If you don't know what the keef is, that's the, if you don't smoke weed and shit, that's like the crystals that fall down to the bottom of the grinder after you grind it. From the grinders have different levels. So they have this main level that catches the weed, and then under is like a screen where the crystals fall down to the bottom, and then those crystals are called the keef. And if you put that on the joint or on the bowl of the weed that you're about to smoke, it'll get you a lot more stoned, because it's like the concentrated part where the THC is. So, baby, ¿qué dijiste ayer?
¿Cómo sería el?
Inside.
My baby John inside me, your dick and my pussy.
She said, your baby John inside me and my dick in her pussy. That's her English. I was like getting a kick dying out of the shit she was saying, trying to speak English. And I said, your wish is my command. I cannot say no. Yo digo de, tu deseo es mi trabajo. That's my job, to make your wish come true. That's the kind of shit. These girls have different personalities, and so they make me laugh in different ways. And then she was asking me with her little weed Tupperware. When I put it, I said, you always take too much. And she said, no, baby. And I said, the worst part is if you're fucking smoking my weed with some other guy. She's like, no, I promise I'm not smoking your weed. Only me, I smoke it at home. So she understands. She said her only. She's smoking it just herself. And I said, yeah, you better not be smoking it with your broke boys. She said, no, I only smoke it. I'm trying to conserve it. I even bought a little pipe so it won't waste as much weed. And I bought her a bong, but she broke it. A glass bong, but she broke it. I went to the bong store yesterday and they were all out of bongs. I guess everyone's smoking weed. It's summertime. So all the people that are in school are out. So they're smoking some weed with a bong now. Better bong. Baby Shakti's no se va. So today's video, I saw this thing. I'm gonna read you guys something. 21 signs of micro cheating, where they're not really cheating, like banging someone at this point, but these are signs that it's already a little bit of infidelity and most likely leading towards them about to cheat that's on their mind. So I'm gonna start one by one and go through, and if I have something to say about it, I'll go through what it is. So the first one is secretly messaging someone. They're already messaging someone and you don't know about it. Yeah, I'd agree with that. That's pretty much cheating, because then they may not be doing it physically, but they're already mentally doing it and like interested in someone else while still being with you. And then the worst part is not being upfront with you. If they're being upfront with you, then you could decide if you want to stay or not. That's not fair that they're not giving you the choice. They're forcing you to stay by lying to you or hiding things from you, where you can't make a decision based on all the information you need to make a sound decision. So that's the fucked up part about it. And when my girl tries to say, you're the one doing that, I said, nope, I'm not doing it. The difference between you and me is that you know exactly what I'm doing. I'm 100% upfront with you and honest with you. The difference is you're the one who's not being honest and you're lying about it or hiding it, or they'll delete the messages or whatever, or use a different app, or use an email, or use some kind of secret way to communicate without you finding out. Some of them will even share a note on their phone and it updates in real time, and then after they delete the note, or nobody thinks to think on the notes that their partner's communicating or cheating via notes on a phone app, or they'll do email people check, but there's like apps like Telegram or Discord or things like that where you won't think to look at these apps because you wouldn't know, especially if you're not like tech savvy. You don't know what these apps are. So, you know, they could hide the app way back somewhere in the phone behind like the little squares where they organize apps and shit. That's one sign. The second one is the next step further, is meeting someone without you knowing. That's definitely, even if they ain't banging, they're going out to have lunch, or they're fucking going out having fun together, going to a movie, or going to get ice cream, or taking a walk, going to the beach. That's pretty much, they made the decision to meet up with each other. It went from communication where they may not have met each other, and now it's gone to actually face to face where they're going to build a more stronger connection and attraction. And then of course we all know where that leads, because if they've already decided to meet each other, there's some attraction and they're most likely going to bang. So that's already micro cheating. Complaining about your partner to the other person. So they do that a lot, where there's a meme that says, where there's a lady and the husband, marriage today. I'm gonna show you that one where it says marriage in the 21st century. I'm gonna have the editor put it up on the screen too so you guys can see it. Where there's a guy who does everything that we're supposed to do. Here, let me show you this. And I'll have him zoom in on each one so you guys can see it which one I'm talking about. So it's this marriage in the 21st century, and then it has them getting married and all that, doing all the things you're supposed to do, and then all these steps, and then the neighbor, the Tyrone right here, comes and steps in when he's doing exactly what she wants him to do, but it's not enough. So the first one, the girl says, I want marriage. He says, okay. I want kids. He says, okay. They get kids, and now they're happy. And then he's trying to work. She's bitching at him behind him. And then he has to do all the work, the housework, the gardening, taking care of the animals, the pets. I know a lot of people that are like this, a lot of husbands. And on social media, everything looks fine. But behind the scenes, this is what they're going through. They're getting bitched at, and they're responsible for everything. And if there's kids, they're taking care of the kids on top of that. And then he goes to work. He's busy at work. He gets home from work. He gets bitched at. And then he's still having to take care of the kids. You can see the stress coming from his head. He's really stressed, and watching the kids at the same time. I know people exactly like this. And then she's saying to her friends, the romance is gone. He doesn't give me enough attention. And then Tyrone overhears. And then on Facebook, Tyrone messages, you're so beautiful. I can't stop thinking about you. Stop. You know I'm married. She makes one attempt to say that. And then he goes to like play golf or do something for his hobby. It could be surfing, golfing, poker, whatever it is. The guys do go meet with their friends, fishing, hunting, that kind of stuff. And then the girl bitches at him. And then Tyrone on Facebook or Chad is messaging her, come on, let me come over for a coffee while he's at work. And there it is. That's the part where the micro cheating. These are the micro cheating steps, one by one, as we see it happening. And she says, okay, but just for a coffee and a chat. She doesn't know it, but she let him over because there's some kind of he's supposedly being there for her. She feels like he's being there for her in a time where she's not getting satisfied by the partner. And then they come over for coffee, and then of course they end up banging. And then the husband or you find out, and he says, how could you do this? And of course she said, he made me feel special. And then they get a divorce, and she gets the reward. She gets like a treasure. You can see the money right there. She wins. And then he lives in a little fucking studio at the end while they have a nice big house, and even the dog and the kids and his money. That's pretty much like laying it out all like for everyone to see the process as I'm going through the micro cheating. So now you guys have a better picture of when I'm saying some of these micro cheating, how it ends up that way, because that illustration, and so many people like that illustration. It got thousands of likes when I posted it, and so a lot of guys are relating to it, and they know it's the reality of today's like relationships and marriages. So it's kind of sad, guys. It's disappointing because we're hopeless romantics and we want that kind of relationship, and we think doing all the things to try and make the girl happy will make her happy to stay with us. But the more you do, the more they're not satisfied, and the more that they feel like you're like a simp for just giving in to all the things they want, which is what they want. It contradicts everything that we're like brought up thinking, like, okay, we're doing what you want, but then it doesn't make you happy. So give me the logic in that. There's no way to explain it. So like saying things, if I weren't in a relationship, they're already regretting, and they're thinking about the things that they would rather be doing if they were single. Maintaining contact with your exes, that's another one. Why would they be in contact? Well, you know what, I'm in contact with all of my exes. I'm friends with all of them if they'll allow me to, but all of them allow me to. Like eventually they get over it, because a lot of my exes, so they knew that I was banging girls, and they knew I wouldn't stop. And like girls always think that they can make you stop or change who you are for them, and that's like what they love. It's like their goal to see if they could change you, because you love them so much. They want you to prove that and change for them. Like you changing for them is the ultimate flex for them, because then they got you to stop doing something you really love doing for them, which means that you love them more. A lot of my exes couldn't take it, and eventually it became to where it became anger and hatred and despising. They don't like when you're honest with them. They rather hear a beautiful lie versus the ugly truth. That's what makes them upset, and then they block you, and then they hate you and talk shit about you, and then they calm down, and then you become friends again. Like, give me the sense in that too. But me, I'm cool with all of them, even if they cheated on me, because I understand, like, that's just the reality of it. The reason you get so upset is because you expected them not to cheat on you, and then you found out they did. But if you have the expectations where like more than 90% of them are gonna do it, or doing some of these things, micro cheating and then ending up cheating, if you understand that that's the reality, I'm not saying it's not gonna hurt, it's still gonna hurt. I'm not like invincible, none of us are. You're gonna feel it, but you won't be as fucked up or disappointed if you kind of had these expectations going into it. Flirtatious joking is the next one. So like any kind of flirting, whether it's joking or not, that's already a sign. Why are you like giving a man attention and messing around and trying to like laugh and have fun with them? You don't do that. Like a honest girl would stay away and keep it professional, and a loyal, honest girl would keep away and not allow that kind of entertaining or even them to like be in that type of level together. All right, so the next one, creating a dating profile. That's obviously a sign in that direction. They're looking for something else. They're looking to move up to the next one that they can monkey branch to while having you around. So it's definitely, if you find them on a dating profile, guys, change your priority around. If you've been prioritizing them, treat them as like temporary fun, even though you still care for them, and then already start having yours. If you don't already have backups, start going for your backups. Start traveling, start meeting new girls, young girls, and out of the US especially, or first world countries. Go to countries where you're gonna get treated better than how this girl was treating you, where instead of you trying to please them, the girls are more like conditioned to please you. It's a great dating profile, definitely get the hell out of there. Okay, this is kind of like flirting. Trying to impress someone you have a crush on. So if they have a crush on someone already, and then they're making an effort to try and like get their attention, make them happy, make them attracted, it's already the sign. Even though, like you saw in the wedding marriage pictures that I showed you, the girl was trying to stay honest and like loyal, but she couldn't. Like she gave in to the temptation. So if it's the other way around, where they're trying to impress someone that they have a crush on, they want them. Okay, another one, the next one, telling someone you're single when you're not. Obviously, they're lying about you having a boyfriend, or them having a boyfriend or a husband. But that's why I'm always honest with these girls, and I've asked them, like, why do they like me more? And they say because they're honest. None of these other guys they've ever been with are honest with them, and they hate it. And like, even though they see the other girls and they know about the other girls, it's like conditioning them to be able to like handle it versus them finding out that I'm lying and being in shock. It's like I said, if you have these expectations that they're not cheating on you and you find out they are, you get pissed and then you get upset and then you get hurt and then you get sad, then you get depressed. So, you know, like by them having these so they already know ahead of time. What can they say to you? They can tell you. So like, I don't tell girls that I'm single. If I'm not single, I tell them I have a girlfriend. It's better when you have a girlfriend. I gave an example the other day of like, girls want a guy that has girls in his life, and that what other girls want this guy. It makes them like, they want what they can't have. And it's just like a restaurant where like if there's two burger places that sell the same kind of burger quality, they both taste good, the service is both good at the same place, they're both equal in level of service and everything that you get, the price, everything. But one burger place is full of customers and one burger place is empty. Which one are you gonna go to? Whether you're a guy or a girl, which one are you gonna go to? You're gonna go to the one that has a lot of people. And that's the same psychology of like with girls. They're not gonna go to a guy that has no girls versus a guy that has a lot of girls around him, that girls want to hang out with him and like spend time with him and do things for him. And if they can see that these girls are doing shit for you, like if these girls look on my social media, they see that these girls are cooking for me, they're doing things for me. And especially if they see this channel, they see all the stuff the girls are doing for me. I'm just sitting here and look at them doing all the work. No complaining, no demanding, no unappreciativeness, just simple, pure happiness and companionship. And if I'm like on a call or something or making these videos, they just entertain themselves and like they don't expect me to make them happy. They're already happy people. Here's your little Tupperware that she fills up. And there's a little thing which I showed her.
Hola, what's up guys? Had to interrupt the video to bring you guys an important announcement. A lot of you guys watching, I've been receiving tons of messages from guys that are virgins, that haven't been laid yet, that want to get laid, and maybe guys that have already been laid, but they're not getting access to girls where they're at, so they want to get laid still. You know, these guys are getting taken advantage of, reaching out to escort, strippers, or whatever they're reaching out to, wasting all that money. If you really need help that bad and you want to do it that bad, reach out. I'll help you guys. We'll discuss whatever it is that you're facing. It can also be other stuff. Maybe you're heartbroken and need advice or need something to help you get over that heartbreak. Maybe you have a wife or a girlfriend where you feel like she's cheating on you or things just aren't the same. I can help you analyze the situation and get over it. I've gone through a lot of relationships already with girls from all over the place, all over the world, different places, you know, so I've seen all the things that they do. Been in long-term relationships, so I know what a marriage feels like. I know what divorce feels like. I haven't been divorced, but in a long-term relationship to where I felt like divorce pretty much. And so I've seen a lot of people go through it, and I can help you guys that are going through these type of things too. If you need help, maybe like going to another place, I can put you in touch with people in different places in part of my network, or find people that are viewers as well that can help. That's why I'm doing this, to get the word across of the things that I can help you with. Not just that, if you own a business and you're accepting credit cards and you're still paying the fees, you don't got to pay the fees no more. You're pretty much just throwing your money in the trash. You're better off just using it on yourself, splurging, taking a vacation, enjoying like this in a pool in a tropical location somewhere where there's nothing but palm trees around and tropical birds, that kind of stuff where the weather's perfect. You could be doing that instead. Or if you have some friends or family that own businesses that are still wasting their money paying the fees, reach out, send me an email. I'll be able to help. So I can help with a number of things, and I'll be glad to, you know, put you guys in the right direction. Same if you guys want to go to Costa Rica, I got friends out there. Cancun, I got friends down there. Philippines, I got a lot of friends out there. So you guys need help on any of that stuff, reach out. I'll be glad to put you in contact, so that way you can have a better experience all around. And like I said, if you need help with any of the stuff that I mentioned before, let me know. I'll be glad to help you to achieve your goal. All right, talk to you guys soon. Adios, pura vida.
Yo tengo una más grande que es mejor. Tú puedes hacer una bonga de este, es muy chiquito.
A verlo, baby.
Es en la bolsa en la mesa, es una plástico. Toma uno. I just bought some new ones because I've been traveling a lot for the surf trip, so I brought a lot of those chillums with me, and I just throw them away for the bongs that I make, the water bottle bongs. I'll put the video up. I made a video on how to make a water bottle bong. So when you travel, you'll have a bong with you anywhere you go, and it hits good like a real bong, and has a nice chamber, and you can throw it away after, and it's portable, and it's like really indiscreet, like people can't tell until it's all fucking dirty and shit. Then you can really tell. But for the most part, it works really good, like on the go, and then you can just dispose of it before you leave, instead of having to buy a bong wherever you go. Some places may not even have a bong store, so you're fucked. So that's why I rely on myself and bring my own paper, bring my own grinders, bring my own rollers, bring my own fucking chillums, lighters, everything you need just in case. Lighters you can get, but you know what I mean, be prepared. I'm honest with them, and when the girls can see that you have other girls around you, it makes them more attracted to you, builds this like curiosity in their head, like for the same thing for the restaurants. Why is this one empty and then why is this one full? They're both the same. Like as if you've eaten at both, they're like the same quality. You like both of them, but this one's more full. So you automatically think that this one's better because everyone else is there. They wouldn't be at this place if it wasn't good. And then if this place, well, why is it empty? There's got to be something wrong with it. And that's the same psychology that these girls think of when they see a guy, when they have guys that they're choosing to hang out with. When they see a guy that is like trying to date them or message them, and the guy has no social proof, he's weird, though all his pictures are in front of a car or in front selfies doing weird shit. You should see, man, like a lot of the guys that follow me on Instagram, like I check out their profiles, and it's like a lonely life, and they take weird pictures, and I'm like, dude, and they don't even know that they're doing it. That's the sad part. Like there should be a service where you help clean up guys' Instagram profiles to make them more attractive and like have more social proof and shit like that. Because if the girls check you out, they're gonna be like, oh, this guy's weird, I'm not gonna hang out with him, he ain't even got no girls around him. And then if you do have girls, some of them are the only girls you have are like girls that you took a selfie with somewhere, that you like a somewhat celebrity or an influencer or whatever. Those are the kind of girls you have, like that you took a selfie with, and you don't know them, you don't really hang out with them. Or maybe some of them are like prostitutes that you're posting because those are the only girls that you can go up and get out with. But shit, the prostitute's better than nothing. At least they're hot, and if you can like go out with them outside the club and get them normal, not like working girls, but get them in their normal clothes and out of home mode, prostitute mode, they're in normal girl mode, and you got pictures with them. That's how you start off, and then build your way up from there. At least it's something, and there's ways to, when you're going out, to where you're actually having fun with them, and you can show that on the camera, on pictures, videos too. And so like I'm saying, if these girls are judging you the same way as they judge any restaurant or stores that they go to, the empty restaurant versus the restaurant full of customers with a line, which one are you going to go to? Even though there's a line, you're going to go to that one. And the girls are the same way when they're going to decide to go out with you. Like they see that I have a lot of girls, and so they're curious, why do these girls like this guy? Why is everyone at this restaurant? There's got to be something good about it, and I got to find out, I got to try it. And so that's kind of the mentality. So I want you to think about that when you are setting up all your shit, and like it'll only help you. And that's why I painted that picture of like the restaurant example, so you guys can see the human psychology. It's not just on level, it's not just dealing with attraction and relationships, it's just how our brains are wired to make a selection. And it's no different than reading the reviews on a product you're about to buy on Amazon, where one product, it looks exactly the same as the other product, but yet this one has thousands of reviews, and then the other one has a couple. And you're like, no one's gonna go with the one that has not that many. They're gonna go with the one with abundance. And so abundance attracts in all levels psychologically. So all right, let's get back to this. Sending someone photos of yourself. Obviously, why would you need to send someone photos for? Especially if you ain't interested in them. It doesn't make sense. That's already cheating, because then you're like wanting to share stuff with them, whether you're sending them photos or anything, sending them messages, sending them memes, sending them jokes, whatever. That's already part of this cheating list. Having secret friendships, obviously, the secret friendship is just like in the photo where they end up coming over and then they end up banging. And so if they're hiding a friendship, it's no different than hiding messages and like hiding your ex and things like that. Discussing your intimate desires with someone who is not your partner. There you go. That's another one. It's like you don't feel comfortable or close enough to your partner to share all these things you want. That means they're not the right person for you. So it goes both ways. So you shouldn't be with someone if you can't be that open to discuss all the things that you like in life, whether they agree with it or not. So you have to resort to discussing it with someone else, then yeah, that's not good. It's just, it could not even has to be with cheating. It's just a sign that you're not with the right person. If you're the person doing this, talking to people about your desires, and you can't talk to your partner about it, then get out of that relationship. And it's a sign if she's doing that with someone else that it's micro cheating. Following inappropriate accounts on Instagram and other social media. So this is more for the guys. Like, the girls don't like when we follow like hot chicks and give them likes and shit like that, because they know we want to bang them. And it's the same thing with these, when girls are following other guys' accounts, you know, and then they're getting messages and shit. That's just the start. They're opening the door for it to happen. Giving your number to a stranger. There's another one. Like, if you're giving your number to someone, you want some kind of communication with this person, and that's just, again, opening the door to where they're going to allow this person to get in their life and get the chance, the opportunity to end up banging or in a relationship too. Sucks to see all this stuff. Stalking your crush online. It's another sign of like they're so interested and infatuated with this person that they have a crush on that they're inspecting and observing and stalking their profiles and checking out all they possibly can. Who are the girls that they're hanging around? Where does he go? What does he do for work? These girls are like private investigators. They do better shit on that than if they would apply the same amount of effort, time that into a business, they'd be rich. But they don't. They do it and they apply their time and all their effort into stupid shit like this. Paying special attention to a particular person is the same thing as like having a crush on them. Like, there's all these people, but yet they keep observing and paying attention to that one person. Yep. Always commenting and liking on a person's pictures. Yep, that's another sign that they're showing interest and they want the person's attention. Like, hey, I'm liking, hey, I'm here, you know, come check my profile out, come send me a message, come say hi. Let's, you know, like trying to hint. Most girls will not be all up front about it and like tell you, hey, I want to bang. They're gonna drop hints by like liking your post, or like by responding to your stories, or straight up some of the girls will ask me like, why don't you ever invite me out? That's another sign, like, hey, I'm here, you know. But they don't just message and say, hey, I want to bang. It's like, hey, why don't you ever invite me out? You always invite all these other girls out. You see what I mean? Like, they see it, and so they want to be a part of that. And then that subliminal rejection, if I tell them, okay, I'll let you know, I just tell them I'll let you know when I can't tell them no, you know. And then they keep saying, you keep saying you'll let me know, but then I keep seeing you out with all these different girls. You don't like me anymore? That's what they say. And so I say, no, I just don't have time. And, you know, like, they live closer. Like, I had to tell one of the girls, well, she's all, you forgot about me? You don't ever ask me out anymore? You don't ever invite me anymore? And you always keep telling me you'll let me know? Like, she's all, you don't like me? You forgot all about me already? And I said, oh, it's just that, you know, they live so close to me. It's like, how can I not? And this one lives a little bit, she lives the furthest out of all of them. And it's like, fuck. Takes her forever to get here, and I lose my patience, you know. Like, sometimes there's traffic and shit, and so that's why, like, all these girls are here at my house in less than 5 minutes. So it's like 5 minutes versus 30 minutes to an hour, you know. It's like, that's what I told her, and she's like, oh, okay, I understand. But and then she's all, hey, I'm at the beach, can I come over? But then I have one of these girls over, and she's all, I always try to come see you, you don't make time for me anymore. And so, you know, I kind of feel bad. I'll make time for her. I have to, because she has my name tattooed on her too, and I feel bad, and she probably feels bad seeing it every day, and like, she might start regretting that she got it, because now I'm like just putting her on the back burner. All right, let's see. Hoping to make someone notice you in a romantic way is the same way of like liking their post and like replying to their stories. You're like giving them a nudge, like reminding them, hey, I'm here. Asking someone personal or inappropriate questions. The same thing with sharing things with someone else versus your partner. You're opening up to someone else, and it's supposed to be your partner who's the one that's closest to your meat is supposedly super important to you. So it's the same as that. Turning to someone else for your emotional needs when your relationship is rocky. And it was just like that when in the wife example that I showed, that the cartoon, the girl complaining, the guy's doing everything she wants and is demanding, and then she says that she's not happy, and then telling her friends that she's not happy, and then Tyrone comes into the picture and she tells him like things are not good, and he just has to come over to have coffee or get a drink, and they end up banging. You know, that's what it turns into. So that's all the ones that from the top 21 signs of micro cheating. So you guys can, I'm glad I was able to, that little cartoon kind of painted the picture a lot better so that we can get an idea of what it all leads up to, the stages of the cheating, and it leads up to opening the doors for these Chads and Tyrones or whoever they bang into their life. Let me see, I have another thing here that I made some notes on, like cheating. Let me see if that has anything more that I could add to this. So here are some comments that I saved from a cheating video. Let's see this cheating video, which one? Okay, so this one is a video that says 12 urgent signs she'll cheat on you soon and what to do. And this is done by a girl. So let's check out what she has to say, because this could be some good information for us to hear what this chick has to say versus what I've already told you guys. We'll see how spot on she is. And her name is Your Wingman on YouTube. All right, let's get to it.
The 12 urgent but often subtle warning signs she might cheat on you soon, perhaps even with a friend. Well, sometimes you see it coming a mile away.
She said a friend. Of course, he's just a friend. That's their number one fucking saying. Like, even she would say, oh, I'm like, who was that broke boy I saw you with your boyfriend walk by yesterday? She's like, oh, he's just a friend, just a friend. That's what they always say, guys. The number one thing, if they say that, or he's my best friend, shit like that.
And you just don't know what to do about it, or you're just not quite sure, even though the signs are there, or you think the signs are there. And other times it just totally comes out of left field and knocks you right off balance because you just didn't see it coming. But have you experienced this? She's hiding her texts from you when she wasn't before. She's acting kind of weird, but you can't really put your finger on why. She doesn't really.
All right, so we covered that in the micro cheating thing, hiding the text. And she's acting different, but you don't know why. But your gut tells you. If your gut's telling you something, guys, your gut is usually right. Don't ignore it.
Really tell you why, or makes excuses. Or did she get a new haircut? Is that a sign? How about this one?
Oh, new haircut, guys. Usually when girls break up, they get a new haircut because they want to feel like a brand new person. And they feel pretty and attractive and makes them happy outside to the world. They get all fucking excited to show it off.
Maybe she talks about Chad or Tyrone a little bit too much.
Yeah, she's talking about him all the time because that's what's on their mind, guys.
Her new friend at work. Are these actually signs that she's going to cheat on you soon?
Yes.
Let's look at the subtle but urgent warning signs she'll cheat on you soon, or at least wants to.
Dang, or at least wants to. Most likely they will. If they get the opportunity, they will.
If you're new to my channel, my name is Anna Jorgensen. Welcome to Just the Tip Tuesday. But first,
I like that thing, just the tip.
let's look at healthy and unhealthy male-female relationships and whether or not they can actually be safe. Now, what do you think? Do you think men and women can really be friends without anything going on, if you know what I mean?
Yes, they can be. If the chick's fat and ugly and the guy ain't attracted to her at all. But if you're not a Chad or Tyrone or attractive or rich, funny, then the girls won't be attracted to you. So yeah, they could be friends if they lack these type of characteristics that people are attracted to.
Let me know in the comments below. So the reason why it's so important to look at male-female friendships is because it's often the best friend or the friend at work who the person cheats with. So just to be clear, these warning signs that she'll cheat on you soon aren't a guarantee that she'll cheat on you soon, But the more of these signs she is exhibiting, then the more likely she's moving in that direction and or is already thinking about it at the least. The more signs she has, the more likely she's going there doing something with someone else. So you want to pay attention to the motives behind these changed behaviors. And that's a key point. If these behaviors have always been there, then it might just be her character. It might be her value system. But if these behaviors in particular have come about, yes, Canadian here, if she's started to express them more recently, then there's a higher likelihood she's thinking about cheating or maybe already on the road to cheating. So what's really happening in her mind is she's consciously or subconsciously preparing herself to attract someone else by comparing that someone else, or perhaps more than one someone else, to your qualities. In other words, she is comparing you to your real or perceived competition. Okay, let's get into it. If she's 1, lost weight or started working out. 2, done something different with her hair. 3.
Wow, so the first 2 are like physical things that they're changing. They're trying to improve their looks to attract someone else that they're interested in. Or maybe they're not even attracted to someone, they're just tired of you already and they want out and they're starting to prepare themselves, bring someone new into their life.
3, paying more attention to her style and or dressing sexier.
That's another physical thing.
Sexier when she goes out, not for you. 4, started wearing perfume when she goes out. 5, going out with her girlfriends more in the evenings.
I did a video that was why do girls still have girls' night outs and go to bars even if they're in a relationship or married? Watch that one. They cover why they're doing it when she mentioned this, because they're not going out to have fun and get drunk. They're going out for male attention because they could do all that shit at home, but they don't. They want the male attention. They could go rent a fucking house. They could rent a hotel suite. They could rent a fucking room all to themselves and just do it there, but they don't. They go to places where there's guys.
There's a lot more girls' nights out. 6, evasive when you ask her about her whereabouts.
Yep, they're always gonna just say, make a lie. I was with my family. The number one thing is I fell asleep. Don't believe it, guys.
So she changes the subject or tries not to answer or doesn't really actually answer you. 7, hiding her texts. And
Of course, hiding the text. They're good at deleting the shit. They're good at using other apps. They're good at fucking archiving conversations and then going back to it when they want to go see it. So, or they'll just delete the entire conversation altogether.
or has added a password to her phone that you otherwise were able to get into her phone, but now you can't.
Yep. Or she gets another phone. Watch out for that, guys. I had that happen. One of these girls just gets smarter and smarter each time that if you catch them lying or doing some of these things, they get smarter on how to avoid it in the future. So watch out.
8. Along the same lines, she receives a suspicious amount of wrong numbers. Late.
And I find it funny, like, well, I could understand with these girls, they're young, they're irresponsible, so they don't save a lot of people's contacts in their phone. Like, some of them, they don't even have their sister's fucking phone number saved on their phone, but they know the number, and I'm like, who's that? And it's their sister calling, and I'm like, how come you don't have her number fucking saved? So I don't know, I'm lazy. But that's because these girls are young and irresponsible. But these older girls and these first word girls, they save the numbers of who they are, and if they're leaving it blank, or not blank, but not saved, they're doing it on purpose so that they could say it's a wrong number when it calls, and they could pretend it's a fucking telemarketer.
At night. 9. As mentioned before, if she's mentioning Chad or Tyrone or Amir a little too frequently. Next, if she's less physically affectionate with you, whether it's sexual or non-sexual. Next one, this is a big one.
So if they're not giving you nothing, they're they're banging you less, then that's another sign.
She's nagging you about new things that bother her about you.
That's always going to happen, guys. But if they weren't nagging you before, like they weren't the type that, like me and these girls, like they don't nag, and then all of a sudden it starts to become nagging, you know, then you're starting to annoy them. So that it's too late. Like if that happens, where if these girls start complaining, it's like a sign that I gotta like pay attention to and be like, all right, this girl's on her way out, and I need to find the replacement fast to take her place. So, you know, or move one of the ones that are lower in line to go up in the line so that they can take the place of them leaving. So you can see these signs. It's good that we're hearing it from a girl, because she's analyzed it more and like giving us the stuff that we didn't mention earlier.
Comparing. Or, here's a tricky one. She's no longer nagging you about the things that usually bother her about you.
Okay, so I'm gonna share an example. Like when I was with my girl, like that I was with for 10 years, she used to hate that I would go to the strip club, right? And then the same thing, the other girl that I was with when I was with over here, she used to like going to the clubs with me and stuff, and she would let me bang girls and wouldn't get upset, you know, as long as they were like working girls. And then my other girl, she used to hate that I would go to the strip clubs and stuff. All of a sudden, they didn't mind that you're going to the strip club or to the whorehouse. All of a sudden, it's like they stop bitching about it. It's because they're going out and using that time to go meet or talk or do whatever with whoever they're with, so they don't bitch at you. So that way you won't bitch at them, but they don't realize they've changed their behavior, and that's a sign that something's up, and they're usually caught up. Their mind is somewhere else, that they're no longer focused on you and what you're doing. They're already focused on someone else.
In other words, in her mind, in the first instance, if she's nagging you about new things, it's things that she doesn't think this other guy is doing or has, or flaws he's got. But if she's no longer nagging you about the things that bothered her before, it's because she's starting to mentally move on, and it's not going to bother her for long because she's not planning on being there to deal with it.
No, the way I explained it was really how it is like, because I've seen it and I've gone through it. Like they're already doing something, and they don't want to bitch at you for that.
Or, bonus tip, she's treating you with more and more contempt for no real reason. And part of that is because she feels guilty. In her own mind, psychologically, she's probably not even aware she's doing this. She's building you up to be the villain so that when she cheats or leaves you, she doesn't have to feel as guilty about that choice.
Yeah.
Yep. No accountability, guys. They'll just bitch and bitch and bitch. Everything is your fault. And so, no matter if you do everything right, it's your fault.
Yeah, I know. It's nasty, super nasty. Ladies, if you're watching this, don't be a see you next Tuesday. Do the right thing. Discuss it or try to figure it out. Do not cheat.
It ain't gonna happen, guys. They won't. They can't be alone. They won't break up with you before they find someone else. They're gonna find someone else first, then break up with you or ghost you.
If you can't stay with your partner, leave first. Don't cheat. Okay, so.
Yeah, I just said that. They ain't gonna do it.
You want to make sure that in the future, if this isn't already happening, that you're watching for the red flags in her male relationships. So let's go through some of these red flags in her male relationships and let me know in the comments if you've experienced any of these. 1, the two of them go for dinner in public or alone at his place, her place.
Obviously. I already put that early. We talked about that earlier.
Wouldn't happen if you're there, of course, but if you're there, then she's not alone with him. Red flag. 2, the two of them hang out together alone in private.
Obviously, they're banging.
3, you're never invited or allowed to join in. 4,
Yeah, why would they want you there? You're just gonna get in the fucking way. You're gonna cock block.
if he has a partner, his partner's never allowed to join or show up. 5, she forgets to tell you when they meet up and you find out from other people or in other ways.
Yep, we talked about that hiding their secret friendships or meetings and shit.
Maybe through social media. Maybe you managed to hack her phone and get in there and find some text messages. 6. And this one you might not be able to find out if this is actually happening, but there might be subtle signs that this is happening, where she only talks about your and her problems with this other guy or whoever it is that she's chatting with, instead of talking about your good traits.
Yep, we talked about that too, where they talk about the problems with them instead of you.
She's leaning on him like an emotional tampon, and he's there waiting in the wings for his chance to swoop in. If you're a guy, don't be the swooper. If you're a girl, don't be the swooper.
Problem is, the lack of options makes these guys thirsty and become the swooper. They ain't gonna turn down that pussy. You know, I appreciate the outreach, the comments, and the emails. And if you can, share these videos with a friend, or also at the very least, just give it a like. It doesn't cost anything or take more than a half a second for you to click the like, because then what it does when you click like, YouTube will suggest the videos to other people that have the same interests as you. So that's kind of like how the whole algorithm works. And so that goes and helps a lot too, you know? Like, if you're not writing comments or sending donations or whatever, pressing like and writing a comment helps greatly as well, you know, because then YouTube will know that you find it useful, and that it'll start suggesting, it'll know that it's a legit video that can help somebody, and it'll start suggesting it to other people that are kind of like watching the same things that you're watching, and then it just, you know, then it helps more people.
Don't be a swooper. 7. She hides his texts from you or deletes them. 8. She texts him late at night, even if it's just innocent.
They text anytime they can when you ain't around. The number one time is in the bathroom, when they go to the bathroom, or when you're at work or you're doing shit. They're all full-on conversation mode at that point.
9. Her texts and or interactions with him are flirty, but when you bring it up to her, she just accuses you of being paranoid and insecure. And
they'll do that all the time. They'll say like, you're crazy. Like, they'll say shit like that. Why are you being so insecure?
And saying, she's just friendly, bubbly. I'm like that with all the boys. Red flag. 10. She'd rather spend time with him than with you. Sometimes she cancels plans with you to spend time with him, still acting like it's no big deal, or making excuses for it. I know, right? Like, who wants to baby shake her? I do. That's not politically correct. I hope that doesn't get flagged, because we're just joking. That's part of the comedy section of this video. Censors. All right, let's look at the green flags. And I've mentioned the green flags in another video, which I'll link at the end. So just so you're not like overly paranoid, just in case. Green flags for male-female relationships are, and I include all of these must apply. The two of them have coffee or lunch in a public place. 2, he's never indicated a romantic interest in her or vice versa.
That's kind of bullshit. Just the fact that they're spending time, that shouldn't even be happening.
3, you're welcome to join them anytime. You often have, and you've never felt there's any weird awkwardness when you're there. 4, if he's got a partner, sometimes she's shown up, or at least she's always invited and welcome. 5, you know for sure she tells him what a great guy you are and how lucky she is to be with you, which is,
yeah, this is all a fantasy.
which is basically psychological boundary for the other guy. Now, big red flag bonus, even if you are insecure, if your gut feeling is that something is off, something's amiss, you are probably right. Something needs to happen quickly before it gets too far. Because if you don't do something, if you don't change something up, even if she hasn't actually gone there, she might still be on the path to there. So you want to get her off that path to cheating and back on the path to loyalty. Long-term relationships especially will go through a period of time for one or the other that the person might consider cheating. And if you can actually address it and not just be like, oh, well, if she does, that's her thing. No, you need to be more proactive in a relationship. You need to actually work through some stuff to help prevent her from cheating if her natural tendency isn't a cheater. if that makes sense. Subscribe, click the bell, and click all notifications. Thanks for being here. Big hug.
All right, guys. So that was it. Like, she kind of reiterated some of the stuff that we talked about and covered some stuff that we didn't talk about. So it was good that we heard it from her from a female perspective, but I had to correct it when she was saying stuff that I've already witnessed firsthand that girls are doing when they're displaying these kind of signs. It's actually already happening. So, all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that and learned a bunch of stuff, and like won't stick around when you start to see these things happening, or do your thing where you're gonna monkey branch. But just know what you're getting into or what you're already in, and avoid that situation. Now that you're gonna be able to see these signs, you can start planning your escape and how you're gonna deal with it. So I forgot to read these comments that I saved that were good. The other signs that she's cheating. Sign she's cheating, you're watching this video. Pro tip, if you feel it in your gut, she probably is already cheating. Disrespect is the biggest sign. I'm being counseling, helping people in relationships for many years, or I've been, and I find this list very accurate and helpful for people. The bonus tip struck a chord with me that happened almost verbatim. The day before my wife left, she blamed me for everything and accused me of cheating. She said she couldn't trust me because of the new job that I got, and it was for us. The couple of weeks leading up to this, she was very ugly and accused me of belittling her, trying to make her a housewife, and lying to her in order to get her to marry me. These guys are sharing their thing. Immediately dump your girlfriend or wife if she exhibits the signs of cheating or talking to other men without you. There is no way to deal with this. The woman has no respect for you. The relationship is completely over. There's no way to come back from this. Men need to have more backbone, no excuses, no rationalizations. That's the most important part. No, don't rationalize it and excuse it for her. Dump women that stray. All good points. This is why you need a prenuptial agreement. It doesn't work, guys, even if you have one. No alimony, no division of retirement income pensions. Protect yourself. This is especially true if you live in no-fault states. And make sure you get a lawyer to negotiate it. My ex's wife's affair was the absolute best thing that happened to me because it freed me up to start living again, and it allowed me to break free from a toxic person. In my second marriage, if she cheats, I walk away free and clear. She gets nothing. The single dumbest thing a man is marry a woman without a prenuptial agreement. Single dumbest thing is to marry a woman, period. What benefit is it going to give you? You know, unless you're really religious and it's part of your religion. But, you know, like, prenuptials can be overturned. You know, the best thing you could do is get married in a country where it doesn't have these kind of laws. Like, if I were to get married and I marry one of these girls or a couple of these girls, it would be in Mexico, where the laws wouldn't, like, they wouldn't be able to get half my shit that I worked hard for unless I give it to them by my own free will. The trickiest thing, we don't want to believe the worst. I experienced most of the red flags with my ex-girlfriend. I dismissed my gut feelings, though, because I didn't want to believe in the harsh truth. Thank you, Anna. So it's when you ignore the red flags, guys, and that's why I made this video, so you guys can see the red flags and hear my take on it as well. Here's something that you never get over: betrayal. It's a pain that really never goes away. You may survive and sort of forgive the cheater, but you'll never get over the betrayal. Obviously, betrayal, like, it's like you expected them to be loyal and be there for you, but they did the opposite. One sign is if she's cheated on a previous partner before you. That's true, because if they did it to them, they're going to do it to you, and it's a part of their habits of they're used to doing it. A lot of this might seem like common sense, but when you're emotionally invested in it, then it could be difficult to be objective, as no one wants to think they're being cheated on. Exactly. I have only been cheated on once, and that was before I met my wife. The pain of being cheated on is something I vowed never to do. The pain of it made me realize how painful and unfair it is to be on the receiving end. Ironically, I saw a photo of the girl I was seeing at the time about a year ago, and to be kind, age has not been kind to her. She looked like a right munter. I don't know what that means, but she didn't look good. The male-female friendship is crap. Such a modern-day westernized society problem. I left a girl, not a woman, because she had her day one best guy friends. They would call or text her, check in on her, chit-chat on video calls, hang out together, etc. Once you get in a serious relationship and have respect for your partner, you make the sacrifice and cut out friends of the opposite sex. There are rare occasions that this may work with all parties, but a majority of people are not and should not tolerate opposite sex close girlfriends. A shoulder to cry on can be a dick to ride on. That's what it is. My ex had a very close friend. She always stressed that there absolutely was nothing romantic going on. Although it didn't feel well, I took her words serious and I didn't want to limit her social life. I just trusted her because I want to be trusted too when I say something. However, it turned out that they had sex several times during those years. Hard to understand for an honest person. It's true. Like, I've been best friends with a lot of these girls, and they won't bang all the time, but eventually they will bang. And that's the thing, guys. You know, like, it's so true. Like, all these things these red flags. By the time you think your woman is considering cheating on you, she already has. Yep. People who cheat will do it no matter what you say or do. It's just a matter of time. That's true, too. In 6 minutes in, leave first, do not cheat. Well, that opens up to the most common form of cheating as let's take a small break so we can find ourselves again. She then pummels some guy for 2 to 3 weeks and then she wants to get back. She turns up at your footstep and says, let's get back together, you're the one. Yep, exactly, guys. You just become the option after Chad doesn't work out. So that's all the comments. I thought those were important to share with you guys so other guys are sharing their experiences so that way you can be more aware. You know, like, I don't want you guys to get taken advantage of. That's part of the whole reason I make these videos, so that way I can get the message out to as many people as possible, and then I don't have to repeat myself. I can record the lesson once, and then I don't ever have to, I can't, like, even if just 100 people watch the video, that's 100 people that I could have, it's almost like I was talking one-on-one to 100 people without me having to be there and like take time out of my day to be there, which what's great about video and YouTube and all that stuff. It's, you can do it once and the message is being delivered to hundreds, thousands, sometimes millions of people, and it might hit you right at the right time that you actually needed to see it because you're going through it. And I get that a lot, where they found out at the right moment, right before or right after when they're going through a tough time, and that's when they find me. And so that's why I enjoy making the videos. When I receive messages, it motivates me more, that when these guys reach out and say, I appreciate all that you do, you really helped me. A lot of guys have messaged me that I stopped them from committing suicide, and I've helped change their life to where they were living a boring life too, or never getting laid, to having one of the most exciting times of their life, and building new friendships, getting confidence, getting back into the gym. You know, like, these are the kind of things, like guys going even vegan and vegetarian because I've inspired them. And I've inspired them also to leave the country, and not just leave the country. I've inspired a bunch of guys to move out of the country or make that one of their goals now, which they never would have been thinking about it. But then I inspire them to start thinking about it, to leave where they're at. Like a lot of guys in the Midwest that I received messages from, they're now like building and now changing their life to where they can get rid of everything that they have and transition out to another country. And that's great, you know, like, it's great that I was able to become an inspiration for you guys, because I didn't have guys like this. I didn't have YouTube to watch when I was starting out doing all this stuff. I just had to go out and do it myself and figure it out the hard way. It would have been nice to been able to have like a channel like this where I could have followed all the steps and see a guy living it and him sharing how he did it or how he's doing it. You know, that would have been a great help. And then not only that, just like the Jedi group that I'm forming, if I had a connection to like a group of guys like that want to live, that are living the life that I want to live, you know, like, that would just be even better, because then you can have a network to talk to and bounce ideas off of and get advice and get tips and, you know, make new friendships and maybe even meet up and take trips together and become best friends, just like some of the Jedi masters that I introduced. They became best friends and traveling together. They never thought they would be doing that kind of shit, you know? So, all right, well, that's it for now, guys. Been talking for a while. My mouth is dry and we got to get our day going. So hope you guys enjoy that. Leave a comment at the bottom, share it with one of your friends, especially if they're like in this type of relationship where you know what's going on, behind the scenes because they're telling you. That way you can help make a difference in their life, especially if they've never seen any of my videos or videos like this. So, all right, guys, talk to you guys soon. Adios, pura vida. Adios de nuevo, baby. Bye. All right, well, that's it for now, guys. I thought I'd share those things with you. Also share my thoughts on other things that I'm thinking in my life. And again, like, The Jedi group is now pretty much ready. So if you want to be part of the Young Jedi or the Jedi Masters, send me your emails already. So that way I can put everyone that's on the list already and send out the notification that, hey, we're about to launch. I'm pretty happy with the group that I put together. It's going to be pretty useful, and it's going to be a great networking place for you guys to network and ask questions that you can't ask anybody, from guys that are living the life and that can't share this with any information with anybody. They'll be more willing to share with you guys in the group because they know that you've been vetted and that you share a similar type of lifestyle. And so, you know, just one tip or one piece of advice will make it all worth it. You know, and I ain't charged. I'm just charging you guys to get in, and that's also to weed out the serious people. But you'll make that money back with just one piece of a good advice or a idea of a place that you want to go to, or save you from getting ripped off in the spot. That'll pay for it 10 times over. You know, I'm not charging a monthly fee or anything to remain a member. It's like once you're in for life, unless you do something stupid or start problems or whatever in the group. Then, but yeah, that's why I'm like, if you guys want to get in, send the email. It's pretty much ready now. I'm going to be launching it probably within the next maybe 1 to 2 weeks, and get you guys going in there. Looking forward to seeing all of you in there and sharing some more stories and advice. You know, possibly do some Zoom calls for just the group members in there. That way we can like network, bring the net, you know, have the networking effect of people getting to know each other, ask questions in real time and stuff too. So, all right, well, that's it for now, guys. All right, guys, so I'm putting together these groups, my Jedi Master Inner Circle. So there's going to be 2 levels to it. You're going to have the Jedi Masters, which are the guys that are making 100K or more per year at least, and have been well-traveled, have a lot of experience, and know of different places that we can go to experience and find beautiful girls and be able to share amongst everyone and give advice to other people as well. And then we're also going to have the young Jedis that maybe aren't as experienced or just starting out in life, or are young and don't really have much money, but they want to live this lifestyle. They're being inspired, and they want to start and learn and be able to communicate with each other. So that'll be the second level. And of course the Jedi Master level will be in both, so that you'll have the Jedi Masters also helping the young Jedis by answering questions for people that are new. And then the Jedi Masters, what we're gonna do is have like trips maybe once a year where all of us Jedi Masters come together and go to a destination where we'll be able to experience all of this together and share and network and share financial advice, how to make money. It'll be how to make money, how to deal with breakups, how to meet girls, pretty much everything that you're seeing on my videos that I'm teaching. We'll be able to network and do it in person and put together these groups and meetings for people, and kind of be me as the connector, connecting all of you guys together, because I'm getting all these messages from people from all walks of life in different parts of the world. And a lot of you guys tell me that you don't have anyone to share these experiences with, or share your stories and share all the knowledge that you've accumulated throughout the years. And once you communicate with me, it's like you're spilling your entire story because you're so excited to tell someone finally, because there's no one else you could take. Can't tell your friends, can't tell your family, and there's no one you can ask questions. There's no one you can share these intimate details with. And so I want to bring you guys together with other like-minded people that are watching my videos and kind of want to live this lifestyle as well. So if you're interested in joining the Jedi Master Inner Circle, still putting together all the fine details, but I'll put you guys on a wait list. Send me an email and let me know which Jedi Master or Jedi part level in the inner circle that you want to be in. There's going to be either the young Jedi or the Jedi Masters, and the Jedi Masters is going to be $500 for you guys to join. That's the screening process. And then we got the young Jedis for $50. That way it's affordable. And the $500 is to screen out. Obviously, if you're doing well, $500 isn't much. And then it keeps out the people that aren't serious. It's kind of like how to weed out the people that aren't really real. And of course, there's going to be moderation, and there's going to be like content moderation, where I moderate who gets in and interview the people that want to come in to make sure they're real. And that way, everyone that's in the group is actually there because they want to be, and that they share this similar outlook on life and want to live this type of life and level up even more, make more connections, make more friends, kind of like me and Tim, the 72-year-old that you've been seeing interview, and other people you haven't seen in my videos. that I hang out with. It'll be kind of like being into the inner circle and make these kind of bonds that will last a lifetime, and these kind of memories that we can share together and have some awesome adventures together. So if you're interested, send me an email and then put wait list you'd want to be on, and then as soon as I'm ready, I'll notify all you guys that it's ready, and then we'll put you guys in maybe a Telegram or a Discord, or I'm still trying to figure out the logistics, but once it's ready, then you guys will be invited once you pay the entrance fee, and then we'll get you in. All right, guys, that's it. Adios, pura vida. You say adios, baby.
Adios.
Bye. Well, guys, if you coming down here to Cancun, Playa del Carmen, I have friends down here as well that can take care of stuff. If you're heading down to Costa Rica, I got friends in Costa Rica that can help take care of the stuff, you know, help assist with transportation and activities and lodging and things like that. And then the business that helped me live this life is the credit card service business. So if you own a business and you're still paying the credit card fees, you don't have to do that anymore. Stop wasting your money. You could be enjoying it every month instead of like whatever you're paying to the bank, $1,000, $2,000 to the bank every month. You take it and go on a vacation. Look at the ocean, how beautiful it is down here, and the weather's perfect. It's so early in the morning, I'm already sweating. It's tropical, and people are swimming down there, if you could see. And the only thing I wish that was down here is that there was more waves. But like I said, if you own a business, you don't have to pay for the fees. You can use it for vacation, take your family out, reinvest in your business, or whatever it is you want to do with it. It's way better than wasting it, paying it to the bank and getting nothing in return. So that's it. Send me an email or write in the comments. I'll be glad to help you out. All right, that's it for now. Talk to you guys later. Adios. Pura vida.